All right, it is self-defense family 7-inch catch-up time for me. What you heard was the first 7-inch I'm going to talk about. I can make them real brief. This came out on Run for Cover. It is self-defense family and Meredith Hunter. Some controversy sprung up because you can't do a split with the same band. You can't have a different personality. Yes, the fuck you can. I'm not in self-defense or Meredith Hunter, which I guess is the alter ego they use for this. Um, but they did a split with amongst themselves. You know what? That's awesome. I really enjoyed it. Russian History is the bit of a song you heard from it. I don't have the Meredith Hunter song in my currently to queue it up so you can listen to it. This came out on Run for Cover. Very cool, very different, very, I don't want to say ethereal, but not like traditional self-defense songs at all. So give this a listen, pick it up, Run for Cover, put it out. All right, on to the next 7-inch. Driftwood put out Two Genuine Oddities from Our Distant Past. I think this is quite an incredible release. It is one, it's a lathe cut. For those of you who don't know what lathe cuts are, Google it. Not my job to tell you. But it's two very different songs. The first song is that I want to talk about is I Encapsulated the Human Experience in a 10-second song. Song's 10 seconds. Pretty good. The other song is called I Got Kicked Out of Germany. For those of you that have kept up with self-defense, you know maybe, just maybe, if you read their blog or any of the opinion pieces that Patrick Kinlan has written, that particular subject has been brought up, and they were kicked off shows in Germany. Do the research. Check it out for yourselves. I don't really have the time to go into it right now. But this is a lathe cut. It's a complete square, and Driftwood only put out enough as there were pre-orders. This is a pretty limited record. If you can find it, do yourself a favor, pick it up. The I Got Kicked Out of Germany sounds a lot more reminiscent of the End of a Year era for self-defense, and they still went under the name End of a Year. And it sounds like it was recorded around the time You Are Beneath Me. At least the song structure sounds like that for this particular 7-inch. So, and I could be wrong. And I Encapsulated the Human Experience in a 10-second song. I don't know when it was recorded, but it's pretty good. The big difference you'll find between these two, especially with the digital copy and the physical copy, is the I Got Kicked Out of Germany doesn't sound as like full, and I don't mean that in a mean way. It just doesn't sound as loud. Still sounds good. It just doesn't sound as loud. I should say not full, loud. But again, I'm not in the band. I don't tell them who to record with or when to record. They do their own thing. That's what they do. That's one of the reasons why I love them. All right, third 7-inch we're going to catch up with. This was the Triple B 7-inch. I try to make something you would enjoy. Another departure from traditional self-defense songs. Much slower, very melancholic. It's more. It's not as much of a bummer record as it could be conceived by some people. It's not. It's just. I don't really know how to explain what I really like about this. I just love self-defense family, but this record is again very different from a lot of the like it's different from the Try Me LP. It's different from the Corrections Officer EP. It's different through I'm going through some shit. It's different from the Access split they did. They put out Harm Reduction. It's different from the Four-Way split. It's just a different record, and I highly recommend you check it out if you're a fan of self-defense. Speaking of self-defense, they and Good Time Boys in late October, early November are going to be on tour together, and a lot of Florida dates, and then they got to like Arizona or something. Again, I don't have the dates in front of me. I have a computer in front of me, but my non-existent production team, aka my roommate, is dead asleep right now, so I'm recording these videos later than I wanted to. But that's the 3 7-inches that I can think of off the top of my head to catch you up, so I try to do self-defense and a couple other band reviews as often as possible. I will do a duets 12-inch review when I get a chance, and then they got the Scotland 7-inch coming out for the part of the Island series, which I'm really looking forward to. Cottaging, it's available on the Death Wish Bandcamp from Summer of Blood, and it's really one of my favorite songs by them. Very haunting. Vocals are very, I don't want to say tuned down from it, but they'll hit you right here in the heart piece. Just the way it's the voice and the words and everything. It's very encapsulates a lot of things that you begin to feel growing up. Anyways, that's not part of the 7-inches. I'll do a full review of Scotland and duets when it comes out. It's just Self-Defense Family. I fucking love Self-Defense Family. Do yourself a favor. Check them out. Check out those 7-inches. Run for Cover for the Meredith Hunter split. Driftwood Records for the Two Genuine Oddities. And I wanted to create something beautiful. I wanted to make something you would enjoy. I'm sorry. That's on Triple B. I know the Triple B 7-inch is still available, and I know that the Run for Cover 7-inch is still available. You may not be able to find the Driftwood Lathe Cut 7-inch, but doesn't matter. If you're a fan of Self-Defense Family, you already have this, and you know what I'm saying. If you're not convinced from this, I don't know what else to tell you. I got another review for some other stuff for them. Self-Defense Family 7-inch catch-up. There's going to be more self-defense reviews, don't worry. Thank you guys so much for watching. I fucking love Self-Defense Family.